Hey everybody, it's Christine, and today I am up for the scrap room and I am using the DoubleShot kit. This one is a Fancy Pants page kit and it's got a travel theme to it. Now I was really drawn to this paper specifically. I just liked the weird design of it, and I tried initially to play with it and see if I could put a picture right onto it, and I didn't come up with anything that really worked for me. So I decided I would go ahead and cut these out, and I'm showing you right here. They kind of look like a rainbow when you put them together. Now that's not the direction I ended up going, but just an idea for you if you need to work it a certain way. So what I actually decided to do was kind of just make a random kind of retro feeling design. And I am just putting these pieces together and making a trail across the layout. As I mentioned, this is a travel themed page kit, and so I dug into some older travel pictures because obviously I don't have any from real recently, and I printed off a really big family one of us from the airport a few years ago, and it worked perfectly for what I was looking for. Now you can see as I put these together, the colors don't match up. I am not worried about that, but there is a seam. And so you're going to see in a little bit how I cover up that seam to make the color mismatch a little less obvious. And you'll see by the end of the layout, you really won't even notice the color mismatch or the seams at all. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of twisting and turning the layout to see which direction I want to have that. And I really like it this way. So I am going to leave it right there and go ahead and add my photo. You can see my picture is really big. I actually printed it on a 8.5 by 11 photo sheet and then cut it down obviously significantly, but it's still big and a unique size. Then I cut out the word adventure, and I cut that out from one of the patterned papers. It had that on there and it had it going at a diagonal, but you could cut on the diagonal and then still get adventure to be straight. And then really I'm just kind of messing around seeing which elements I want to work into this that came in the page kit. There are some puffy dots, there is some ephemera, and not a lot, honestly, of the ephemera jumped out at me as perfect, partially just because the colors, like I feel like this flight attendant would be fine, but the colors that she's got on don't quite go exactly with the papers that I've chosen to use. And also with the word adventure. And so I just don't love it, but you can see kind of here how I'm working out the design in my head and sorting through things. I did not have a piece that I felt like was quite perfect for a title. So I decided to go into my drawer of old stuff from old scrap room kits. And that's just a drawer I keep on my desk where I put embellishments that come in the page kits and the embellishment kit that I don't use up. I stick them in there and that way they're ready for another month when I need a little something extra. And so that was the case with this one. These are some puffy letter stickers, and look how perfectly the green matches with the rainbowy pieces on this. It's just a perfect match. So I'm going to build my title starting on the picture itself, and then I will work it down to the bottom of the layout. So I've got on there off we, and I'm going to have off we go on the picture itself. And then I will finish it with To California down below the picture in a little bit here. And you can see that I'm using a T-ruler just to make sure I get things on there nice and straight. There's not a lot of room for error when you've got a picture involved without messing up the picture. So definitely trying to keep things exactly where they need to be. Now I'm going to kind of build my own embellishments on this one using a circle punch. I'm going to punch out some of this gorgeous royal blue paper, which there isn't a lot of that in the layout at this point, but there is a smidge of it in those rainbow shapes. And so I'm going to bring that out more by adding these circles. And I've got a circle punch that has two different sizes, so it allows me to do some bigger ones and some smaller ones. And then I'm also going to add in some other color circles. I'm just, again, going through that ephemera, seeing what will work with what. to embellish and build my design up even more. In addition to the circles that I did myself, I was able to use this airplane, I was able to use that suitcase down below, and just a couple different little things that the colors still looked really good with, but not pushing too hard. I don't want things to look forced, for sure. So trying to just see what I can add that will enhance the layout and not make things look too forced or like they don't belong there. Very organized, I guess. In addition to the blue circles that I punched out, I also fussy cut some circles from one of the patterned papers. And the only reason I fussy cut them is I just didn't have a punch or a metal die that was quite the right size for it. So I just carefully went around and cut those out. And again, using the colors that were already on the layout so it all ties together nicely. You can see how I have begun to cover up that seam. I covered it up there with the airplane so that it doesn't stand out so much. And I'll be covering up that bottom one here some more too. And one of the things I do want to try and include is some more words, but I'm not, like, I don't love that up, and away up there. I feel like it's too much verbiage up at the top there. I think that's the right word for it. And so that is not going to be staying there, but I need to like play with some other things to see where things land. Now, although I liked the adventure in the rectangular block that I had there, I actually like the way this pennant works better. I like how much it pops. And so I'm going to actually switch that out and put that down there. And then I will spell out California. Now you can check out all of this month's kits from the Scrap Room over on their page. I will link you up to that down below. They have Facebook, they have Instagram, they have YouTube, they have a website. Lots of places to check out their kits as well as inspiration for using those kits. As I mentioned earlier, this one comes from the DoubleShot kit, which is a 2-page kit. There's also the Flavors of the Month kit available with 4 pages and a whole bunch of add-ons that you can get as well. So be sure to check those out, and I will have more to share with you throughout the month using the January kits. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you aren't already a subscriber here, and we will see you again next time.